back to Cohen. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
And it brings up 3rd down.
He's set. 19. Check, check. Walk 54. Walk 59. Alert. Here we go. Deep. All day. Defense.
On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's throwing them in the offensive backfield.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
First and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 34-yard line.
Right there, 56. Hey, I'm coming.
To throw is Mariota. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
That's good for the Titans.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where he, their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Mariota. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
Well, we may not see it behind the big play sheet that they like to use, but I'll bet there's a big grin on the defensive coordinator's face. A corner blitz, what we often call a cat blitz. Usually they disguise it, Brandon. You're up on a receiver. It looks like you're going to bump and run with him, press coverage, and then he just takes off straight for the quarterback, and someone comes behind him to pick up the receiver.
And as a former member of the secondary, it makes you happy too, doesn't it?
I can't lie about it. I got a big grin on my face.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Houston. Tariq Cohen, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. From the 16, Watson, and his throw here's incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now it's Watson. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down.
Check the card.
Now Watson going to sneak it. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and as a result, the drive keeps moving. It's now 1st and goal. 6-0 our score after 1. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Cameron Wake makes plays like that look simple because I think he plays with excellent leverage. Really does a nice job of being lower than the offensive guys trying to block him and gets underneath them and goes up and down the line of scrimmage to make those types of plays.
And kept him to a short run play there. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Tariq Cohen, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mariota to throw it. Sets up the screen to Lewis. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on third? Here's Mariota. Oh, he almost had the rare interception. The big fella couldn't hang on, though. Incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
On second down now, it's Cohen. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Third and 2, Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
We know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Exit.
Now Mariota. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Now here's a throw, and that's Taywan Taylor with it.
Let's go.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Titans first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now left side on the swing pass. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Again, it's Mariota. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. 3rd and short yardage. Mariota. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Mariota going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 6 of 7 now on this drive. They'll throw again. Mariota. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one.
And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Dion Lewis, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. 54's Mike. 54's Mike.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Watson. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. On the return, Jackson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They knew they were going to have great field position, went all out, got a little too aggressive.
And you have to understand your angles. They're cut down. When they're that backed up, you've got to be careful going after him.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10. Now Cohen. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Then this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Mike, 54. I'm coming for you. You mine. 54 is down. He's coming. 54 is Mike. 54. Let's go.
The final shot before the break. Watson. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and they're going to be staring at a third and long here.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. One.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Uncorks one for Davis. Well, this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked up by Justin Reed. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
47-yard line.
Set. 19. 54 Mike. Tight dog. 54. 59.
After the interception, here's Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Texans turn that interception into a touchdown.
Check three.
They're going to try and run. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now this one complete to Corey Davis. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Now Lewis here on first down. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get into football.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that'll get the deficit back to 16. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. They run. This is Cohen. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On second down, it's Cohen. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here's a carry for a former starter. This is Lamar Miller. Lamar Miller! He's at the 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans push further out in front. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on third down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Derrick Henry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 38-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Mariota. They set up the screen for Henry. And give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And the ball is knocked out. And the Texans scoop it. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Result of the play, first down and 10.
Now it's a bootleg with Mariota. Smith catches left side. Back now in Nashville. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Mariota. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down. Mariota now to throw on first down. And Walker with it over the middle. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give them 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down. Mariota on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Batted away by the rookie out of Kentucky, Lonnie Johnson. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Go, go, go. Pick the edge. Go, go.
Mariota going to give to Lewis. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Taywan Taylor. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. And now Mariota and the Titan offense, they're going to line up to go for 2.
Come on out here. Come get some.
To throw is Mariota. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Dylan Cole. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like.
Oh, Cohen lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line.
Well, maybe it hasn't exactly been a Rembrandt, but they've been mistake-free to this point and finally cough it up. I don't think it's going to cost them the game. They should be fine. But, boy, they're going to hate that, going back and watching tape and being able to say we were that close to achieving our goal of 0 turnovers during the game.
A little blemish, but as you say, still comfortably in command. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. That'll go as a loss of 5, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. Play fake. Mariota. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They'll start with a give to Cohen. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Again, it's Cohen. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson into the hands of the tight end. This is Jordan Thomas. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. J.J. Watt racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Lonnie Johnson, the rookie out of Kentucky.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got Fuller. Will Fuller, nobody there to stop him. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 68 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Mariota hands to Henry. Bradley Roby, the quarterback, there to make the stop.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7.
Fight 51, Mike 51. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
From the gun, Mariota. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 44-yard line.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. Mariota gives to Henry. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down. Today's final score.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.